Hey guys, welcome back to the Psychic War Room. This is Zaltar Magic, and today with the use of tarot cards, we will take a look on the inside. What is the morale of the Russian army as of now? We are already in the fifth day of the war between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine army has been very brave and ferocious in defending their country. We've seen numerous pictures and films that show how Russian columns, entire columns, have been stopped and burned to the ground. Just pure rubble and twisted metal all around. So you got to give big credit to the Ukrainians. That the way they utilize the Western technology, weaponry that they have been supplied. And it seems like it takes no tarot cards to see that the Russian soldiers that are in Ukrainian captivity are basically full of fear and maybe not totally understanding what is happening as far as their mission and all that. A lot of confusion, it seems. So, okay. So we're taking the tarot deck and let's ask the question. What is the morale of invading Russian troops? What is the morale of the Russian troops invading Ukraine? What is the morale of the Russian troops invading Ukraine? How do they feel? How do they feel? All right, what is the morale of invading Russian troops? Ukraine. The card representing the situation. Three of Pentacles. All right, and I will pull three cards that represent the morale. The first card representing the morale of the Russian troops invading Ukraine. We got Queen of Swords. Okay. Second card representing the morale of the Russian army invading Ukraine. Ace of Swords. Okay, there's one card coming up. If it flew out, I would definitely take a look at it. But since it just came out, I will push it back in. Okay, and show me the third card that is representing the Russian army's morale invading Ukraine. Third card. We got a Five of Pentacles. And in the background, Four of Swords. Okay, so I would definitely say, here's the card representing the situations is Three of Pentacles, which is Mars and Saturn. Mars, the god of war, and Saturn, the devil, also a Capricorn, and this card will tell me that they are working. They feel the Russian soldiers are part of ideology. With the ideology, they are part of the mission. They're fighting for the country. They're fighting with their comrades in order to achieve the objective. That's what the objective is. And half of them, or maybe at a time when they initially go into cross the border, they're full of war. They're warriors. This is a Queen of Swords. So she's Queen of Swords side to side with Ace of Swords. It means their morale is very high. They're full of war and eager to kick some ass. You know what I'm saying? Kick some motherfucking Ukrainian ass. But once they go inside the Ukraine and they meet the javelins and Molotov cocktails from the Ukrainian side and bite a couple of AK-47 Kalashnikov bullets, it changes from their bravery and eagerness to fight and destroy, seek and destroy, it turns around 180 degrees, gets them sick, gets them wounded and dead. Well, death is not shown actually in these cards, but definitely wounded, their morale. We can't talk about the dead person's morale because there's none of it after all, but we can certainly talk about the alive soldiers. A soldier who is alive, we can talk about his morale, which is deeply wounded. Four of Swords with Five of Pentacles is telling me that these guys are wrecks. Okay, you know what? Let's take a look at the morale of the Ukrainian soldiers, fighters. Let's see that. What is the morale of Ukrainian soldiers fighting for the freedom of their country? Okay, the card jumped down. It's Five of Swords. Fighting, means of loss after a battle. What is the morale of the Ukrainian fighters, soldiers, and civilian fighters who are fighting for their country's freedom? What is the morale of the, okay, I've got some cards slipping out, Fool. What is the morale of Ukrainian army soldiers fighting the Russians? What is the morale of the Ukrainian soldiers fighting the Russians? Card representing the situation. Seven of Cups. All right. The first card representing the morale of the Ukrainians fighting the Russians. Sun. Second card representing the morale of Ukrainians fighting the Russians. 20. Third card representing the morale of the Ukrainian soldiers fighting Russians. Knight of Cups. All right. And we got the Lovers in the background. The first card is Seven of Cups. And this card is telling, that's the general, overall sensation of what the morale is within the Ukrainian regular army and civilians that joined the fighting against the Russians. Seven of Cups means that there are a lot of confusions with among them. Obviously, they don't have they weren't prepared for it for years and months, and then fully expected. The Russians knew they were going to invade eventually, but it was always a guessing game between Ukrainians and the rest of the world. Will they go in? Will not? This and that. There were earlier warnings years before that Putin will attack. That did not happen. So there's a lot of confusions. There could be a lack of communication, management. I suppose their Ministry of War or Defense, as some might say, has difficulty relaying information on the enemy position and stuff like that. So they are, in fact, confused. But with that confusion, war is always confusing for anybody, any type of war. But with that confusion, the first card representing is the Sun. A lot of power, a lot of strength, a lot of enthusiasm. They are on it 100%. This is a very high card in the major arcana. It always represents a good luck, good will, good power, success, and everything what's good that follows. Very good. Okay, the second card is the Judgment card. Number 20, the judgment card in this case is representing that they feel what they're doing is just. They're not afraid. A guy who was selling bread or I don't know, he was working in a nursery or some shit like that. Today, that was a week ago. Today, he's not afraid of wrestling up a cocktail, Molotov cocktail, and throwing at a tank with Russians sticking out of the hole. He's not afraid to pick up that AK-47 and just blow the entire magazine into a whatever group of Russians. They feel they are backed. Well, they are. Well, they are backed by not just their own countrymen, but also the entire world, or vast majority of the world supports them. So they feel like they can't go wrong, right? There's no world tribunal waiting for them for whatever evil they unleash on the Russians because they're at home and they were invaded. So, it's cool for them to do that, and they feel they have every right to do so, which they do. Obviously, they were attacked. Okay, and the third card is the Knight of Cups, which means in a wartime, some of them, because we're talking about thousands of people, soldiers, and different people. Everybody obviously they have a lot of ideas and feelings that are the same that unite them, but some of them are kind of like vulnerable, and they wish they didn't have to do this. They are Knight of Cups is a gentle warrior. Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, it's a warrior that picks up a weapon and pierces through the people that find themselves at the end of that sword. But Knight of Cups is a gentle warrior at times that they wish they didn't have to do this, to be honest. But yet again, their actions are just and they have power. In the back, you have lovers. And the lovers, in this case, will tell me that they were forced, due to the confusion of the war, the power that supports them, the justification of their action, and emotional distress while at it, they have to make that decision to defend their own country because, they didn't have any other foreign army to help them out, except for the weapons, which is crucial, which is absolutely crucial. I'm sure they're getting NATO support as far as intelligence. Oh, you can be more sure of that than anything else, like AWACS and satellite imagery. So definitely they have support of that. Also, lovers. See, the card of lovers from the Major Arcana will also enforce the Knight of Cups, which means that yet again they're fighting because they were strongly forced, pulled into this war physically. There are reasons that the Russians attack Ukraine. We all know about it, right? But the war is the conflict between. War is an expansion of failed diplomacy. So the politicians over the years failed to reach an agreement with NATO expansion and I'm sure a lot of many problems that Russia and Ukraine shared. So finally, Putin had his fuse has blown out, and he pulled the trigger. And the regular people, everyday Joe, Schmo, and regular people were pulled into this war, and they are doing the dirty job. They are. It's not Zelensky. It's not Putin. They will. Well, Zelensky's a brave guy, very brave guy for not jumping the plane and getting the fuck out. You know, you gotta praise them because vast majority of leaders and entire parliaments just hot. First thing they do when things get a little bit hot in the country, the first thing they do, they jump the plane, and next thing you know, you see them on the phone giving a pep talk to their own people in the army and all of that. That's bullshit, and he knows it. So he's a very brave man, and he will score a lot of not just fame because he's already world famous worldwide, but praised and will be honored. I can see him in the next Nobel Peace Prize. Well, who else? You know, it's gonna be him, and that type of worldwide recognition, top level, right? He will be the next Lech Walesa from Poland from 1980 solidarity movement that finished the communism altogether in Europe, at least. So this is it, guys. So now you know the what's going on inside the head of both the Russian army's soldiers and the defending army of Ukraine's. We'll see how, you know, I've posted the video. Please go back and see watch the other videos and see what future and what outcomes those videos talk about. Last night I made a very quick video about the outcome of the diplomatic meeting that was held today in Belarus on the border of Belarus and between Russian and Ukrainian diplomats. I already gave you the answer what the outcome will be. So please go ahead and watch that so you'll know earlier before you see it on TV, just like with any other video. So please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and share the video so the more people know and can find out, learn, see what is up before it is shown on the TV and you hear it on the radio. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.